Be back. It's Locke Watch in Nashville. We have a reporter there as he awaits his fate in the NFL draft.
It's alive here in downtown Columbia. I've been talking to fans who are on their edge of their seat.
And a special election is scheduled for Alderman and Holt Summit. Why residents have to head to the polls again.
Coverage you can count on. KOMU 8 News on Mid-Missouri CW starts now.
All eyes are on Nashville tonight as Mizzou's star quarterback waits to hear where he'll land at the NFL draft. Good evening, everyone. I'm Emily Spain.
I'm Eric Graves. Thanks for joining us. Let's send it out to KOMU 8 sports reporter Matthew Judy, who's been following the draft for us and joins us live in Nashville. Matthew, what's the atmosphere like?
Hey, good evening, guys, and welcome to the media tent here in Nashville. The rain has actually forced us inside, but from what we're seeing on TV, it looks like the party is still going outside. The rain hasn't dampened the fans' excitement. We are now into the first round, the 16th pick. There were a consensus 4 top quarterbacks. 3 of them are gone. 1 is left on the board. That is Drew Locke. He is yet to be picked. He has 70 family and friends here tonight, waiting to hear when his name will be called. There's a couple teams coming up who might be in the market for a quarterback. So come back at 10. We will have an update on where he goes, if he is gone yet. But again, 3 of the top 4 quarterbacks off the board, but the one still on there, Drew Locke. So for now, reporting live in Nashville, Matthew Judy, KOMU 8 Sports.
Okay, thanks, Matthew. And it's not just Locke's inner circle watching tonight. Tiger fans in Columbia have their eye on that draft board as well.
KOMU 8's Monica Harkins is live in downtown Columbia, where fans are getting excited for the selection. Monica, what are people talking about?
Eric, I've been at Harpo since the start of the draft, and fans are pretty excited about what we've got for NFL draft Drew Locke.
Yeah, I'm a big NFL fan, so, whatever team he goes to, that'll definitely be, hopefully he gets that starting spot.
It's been awesome. It's, really cool to watch him, follow him, and he's the same age as us, so that's, I don't know, it's exciting. It's exciting to watch him go on to his next step, just like we're going on to our next step, so it's cool.
It just means, Mizzou, we raised a lot of talent, obviously, Drew Locke really developed, throughout the 4 years at Mizzou, and I think he'll do great things in the NFL.
I also got to talk to one of Drew Locke's longest and hometown friends, fellow MU senior Ben Burnham. Ben told me he is most proud of Locke's dedication throughout his career.
His work ethic is incredible. We went to Texas Roadhouse one time, me, him, and one other friend back in Columbia, and he brought his playbook with him and was checking plays that he had to give to a coach. So even when he's doing other things, he's still working on football.
When I asked Burnham which team he hopes Drew will get picked for, he told me Miami Dolphins, but solely based on because it's the city of Miami and he'd love to visit Drew there. Live in Columbia, Monica Harkins, KOMU 8 News.
We did see a few showers move through this afternoon and evening. We're continuing to watch the system track more east as that front is continuing to move and drag that with it. We are going to see cloud cover break up overnight tonight, and that is going to allow for our temperatures to continue to drop. Over the last hour, we'll see here that temperatures dropped already about 10 degrees from what we saw earlier today around 6 p.m. We're looking at around 60 degrees currently. These are our temperatures are continuing to drop overnight. We're expecting temps to be around 50 degrees. With this, though, our winds are out of the north at around 17 miles per hour. That's helping those cool off and bring in that colder air. These winds are going to continue to speed up overnight and continuing into tomorrow, but we're expecting these to die down. We'll be tracking more coming up.
Okay, Lucy, thank you very much. Tonight we have an exclusive interview with the father of a little girl who reported a possible abduction attempt in Moberly. Their neighborhood is shaken up after the girl says someone driving a white van approached her at her bus stop yesterday. The incident happened at the corner of Bertley and Jefferson Streets. A police report says a man and a woman were inside the van and one of them asked her to get in the vehicle. The girl's father told KOMU 8 News about how she described the interaction.
The white van was waiting at her bus stop, and he asked her to come here, and the female asked her to come here, and my daughter didn't know the people, so she ran home like we told her to.
This bus stop sees multiple pickups and drop-offs each day. Neighbors want to have an adult at the stop every morning and afternoon going forward. The girl's father urges people to stay vigilant in their neighborhood and keep a watchful eye over their kids.
Tonight, Holt Summit voted to hold a special election as a tiebreaker for an alderman position, which is usually decided by a coin flip. KLMU8's Monica Madden joins us in the studio to explain what the real issue at hand is.
The vote count for Holt Summit Ward 2 alderman was split 35-35. People I talked to said the debate of leaving an election up to chance doesn't seem democratic and wouldn't be a question if more people showed up to the polls. In smaller towns, getting people to show up and vote isn't always easy.
A lot of people dismiss municipal elections and they don't value them as much as they should.
For some, the tie for Ward 2 alderman in Holt Summit comes down to not enough voter turnout. Only 70 people showed up. The go-to solution is a coin flip, but candidate Lisa Burr didn't think that was fair.
Our democracy should not rely on a game of chance. I'm happy that there's going to be a special election, and I'm excited for the outcome.
Tonight, the city voted to have a special election to settle the issue, which won't happen until June 18th. Plenty showed up to voice their opinion, which seems to be common in smaller towns.
It's almost like a family, you know, so it's a smaller area. And also the issues are so personal. This is your home, so the issues can be very, very personal, and feelings pretty intense because it's your home and you want your home to be a certain way and you have ideas.
Leaving constituents waiting for representation and giving them another chance to head to the polls.
I love Holt Summit. I love this community, and I feel like what's happening right now is dividing our community.
The special election, which will cost Holt Summit another $1,500, will take place on June 18th. The city administrator said this is because their usual polling place is under construction. In the studio, Monica Madden, KMU8 News.
Tonight, a union and its supporters held a $15 for MU rally. We showed you the rally live at 5 o'clock. The laborers Local 773 rallied for a minimum wage of $15 for maintenance university employees. Last November, Missourians voted for a minimum wage increase to $12. Workers at MU, like campus dining and custodial services, still earn wages around $9.70 an hour. Union reps said although some may never work for the university, everyone in the area will be affected.
And what if you could charge your phone using a park bench? Why, that could soon be an option for Missourians.
And skip that 4-hour commute, why don't you? Could a trip from Kansas City to St. Louis in 30 minutes really be an option?
Temperatures are continuing to fall overnight. We'll be continuing to track the temperature trend and possibility for rain this weekend coming up.
Okay, thanks, Lucy. A plan to bring the Hyperloop to Missouri is picking up steam. The CEO of Hyperloop visited Kansas City today, his first visit to a potential route site. The Missouri route, if approved, would mostly use the right-of-way along I-70. It'd be a straight shot from Kansas City to St. Louis with a stop in Columbia. CEO says Missouri is a great place to get the project done.
50 years after returning from the Vietnam War, hundreds of veterans gathered at the Capitol to be honored today. The vets received pins from state lawmakers as a thank you for their service. They also had the chance to hear from Governor Mike Parson, who had a special moment with one of the men. Parson awarded the man with a special proclamation after surviving a helicopter crash.
You just feel humbled. You feel, you know, like I say, a camaraderie with all of those out there. And I'm very proud to represent all those out there. I hope that I do it well.
Veterans weren't the only ones honored at the ceremony. Governor Parson made sure to acknowledge their families, saying they're just as important.
For more than 5 years, Missouri has not had a major film produced in the state, and with no state tax incentives, Hollywood found new scenes. Missouri legislators are pushing to bring back movie production by creating new incentives. The new tax incentive bill gives a 20% credit for in-state expenses and 10% credit for out-of-state expenses, and a bonus if half of the film is done in Missouri. This started when shows like Ozark and Sharp Objects, which are set in Missouri, filmed in other states like Georgia. One Missouri Motion Media Association board member said he's been battling the lack of opportunities.
When Gone Girl was shooting down in Cape Girardeau, and I actually got to audition to be Ben Affleck's stunt double. I didn't get the part, unfortunately, but that was the last big production that I've ever had an opportunity to audition for here in the state of Missouri, so it's been pretty quiet for the last 6 years.
If approved, the incentives would only be in place for 6 years.
Former Missouri quarterback Drew Locke is in Nashville for the 2019 NFL Draft, and so are we. Live coverage from Nashville coming up next on KLMU8 Sports.
AW.
Here's a look at what we're following for KOMU 8 News at 10 o'clock. A Target 8 investigation digs into nearly 20 registered sex offenders living near a Columbia daycare center.
We measured how far they need to be from schools and how far they actually are. See you at 10.
Tomorrow, we're looking at temperatures around 66 degrees, a little bit chillier than what we've been seeing lately, but we're going to continue to see that warm up into the weekend. Tomorrow, though, looking like a lot of sunshine for the majority of the day. We do have a bit of cloud cover building in overnight, which is going to lead us into those systems that we are going to see move through Saturday morning, bringing us a little bit of rain for your Saturday before we clear back up into the rest of the weekend.
Well, take a look at this adorable video. If you look closely, one of those doesn't belong. One of those is a squirrel cuddled up there with mama cat. It's adorable video. The cat lives at a zoo, and it was recently given 4 baby squirrels to take care of. The zookeeper says it took the squirrels a bit to get used to their new mom, but now they are one happy family.
Well, there you go. That's a nice story.
Okay. So, hey, we're really down to crunch time. Eric has got it up on his phone.
The draft is
here.
on my phone right now, folks.
Keeping an eye on things. So we're up to
Denver
pick
now,
20.
number 20. Yeah, now all along, we've talked a lot. Eric and I have that I thought it would be Denver. Now, you never know for sure. Well, Denver trades down 10 slots
with Pittsburgh. Yep.
With Pittsburgh, they get a couple extra picks, and now they could still get Drew Locke if, in
still
fact,
on the
they've
board.
wanted him all along. This will tell us right here
yeah.
in the next 5 minutes if they pick him. If they don't pick him, you know what? It was a smoke screen. But if they pick him, they got to feel like they've king of the hill because they get their guy and a couple extra picks. But we'll know at 10 for sure.
Any minute now. Okay.
See you then.
We'll see you then.
On air